A week after we sold the van, we bought the bus. That was not the plan, but this was the Goldilocks bus, so we had to get it then.
We never really settled on what to do with this space when it comes to like a dinette. And what we settled on actually was the most versatile of options. Hey, we're Jimmy and Jill. This is our bus. Come check it out. Welcome inside of Ida, our bus. We've given ourselves a 6-foot kitchen on each side because we're pretty big into cooking, and it was a big priority to have this be a really convenient space. A lot of counter space on both sides allows us both to be in here at the same time, making things, helping out together. Having this space to not have to shuffle and have one thing on the counter and put it away, that was such a big boon to have in this space. It makes it really nice. We have a really nice large Dometic 95-liter fridge here. It's at counter height, so you don't have to bend over. We have 2 cooktops because induction takes a ton of power. You don't always have the extra batteries, so we did size the batteries to support induction, and then I kind of waffled at the end and put in propane. But the induction's really nice to have when it's hot out. You keep it cool. It doesn't dump a bunch of moisture and heat inside the bus. So it's great in a pinch when we have the capacity for it. We also have a little toaster oven kind of tucked in here, and that just allows us to do pizzas and cookies when we're feeling like some comfort food. And then all the other things are just storage drawers. You know, we've got a coffee drawer, coffee and tea, and it's perfectly sized for the tallest thing, the coffee maker. We've got the can drawer, perfectly sized for the cans. We're trying to, you know, maximize every space. That's why we did it custom like we did. On this side, we got the nice big farmhouse sink, and this is just sized so that way if we do end up having kids in the bus, you know, this is big enough to put a baby in, so it's just big and kind of beautiful. We love that thing. On the left here, we have our trash and recycling drawer, and above that, we also have a little bit of extra counter actually from where we cut out the sink. Right here, we actually just have a little bit of extra storage, so we have the skylight, which is how we access our roof deck. That's where our ladder is, and it's just another collapsing ladder. We can pop it out here and go right up out of the skylight.
Back in 2019 is when we kind of decided to hit the road and live tiny. We decided to start saving for a van. We got the van in 2020, had that for a couple years, and a week after we sold the van, we bought the bus. That was not the plan, but this was the Goldilocks bus, so we had to get it then. So the reason I would call this the Goldilocks bus was to start the size, being 34 feet, we could fit everything we wanted to fit in there. It had the Legend engine, which is the DT466, supposed to go on forever. We were really happy with that. This bus in particular was a mountain bus, so it has automatic sanders, it has automatic chains, which is really meaningful to us because in the van, we would ski every winter. We'd go to the Colorado mountains.
Well, we also got it with a lot of work done already. We got it from a bus builder who had gutted it and started to do some exterior work for herself. She was also planning on making it a 4-season bus, so we had already gotten it painted. We got it with the rear windows removed and skinned, and it was just beautiful and nearby, and it just felt like the perfect opportunity. This is our living room. It's quite spacious. Our priority is hosting. We love to have people come and hang out in here, and we fit a lot in here at times. So we have the big old couch. It pulls out in 3 sections, so it can pull out to almost a queen width, but also because it's 3 sections, we can do like love seat style, shades it, whatever, at different depths too, because we have extra cushions here and in the back, and just nice and firm and thick, and it's so cozy. We never really settled on what to do with this space when it comes to like a dinette. And what we settled on actually was the most versatile of options. It looks like we don't have a table, but this is our table right here. So this just pops off. There's a bracket, just a piece of wood under the windowsill here. We can slide the table under the windowsill on that bracket and kind of have a floating table, which can be placed anywhere along this wall, anywhere along that wall, long or wide. The only other cool thing that we've got in this space are these D-rings, and there's some up at the front of the bus too, where these are 600-pound D-rings bolted through the frame. And so we can set up 2 hammocks and just also lounge in this space right at window height, and we can look all around, and it's just nice to get a cross breeze and relax while hanging out. Yeah. It's kind of just like a really nice, wide open, flexible space. Due to all the work that was already done on the bus, we did buy it for $18,000, which is way more than you can get buses if you are diligent and look and do a lot of the work. But coming off of redoing our van suspension and knowing how much that cost, all new tires, which could be, depending on where you get them, up to like $6,000 from what we've been told, having the whole thing painted, and wanting to hit the road as fast as possible, spending that extra money was worth it, especially sitting on what we got for our van. So the whole builds probably came out to around $60,000, including the bus, which I think is also pretty high for buses, but we have some really nice systems in the bus. We have radiant floor heat. We have 13 kilowatt hours of battery. So between those 2 things, that was like $10,000 of it right there. So there's just a few things that, I kind of nerded out on that I spent more on than we probably needed, but we're loving it now. Yeah, we're definitely worth it.
This is the bathroom. It's a big deal because we were in a van before and we had a toilet and we had a shower, but it was not in its own space. This entire bathroom is just like as custom as it gets. We've got a medicine cabinet in the back. The toilet is DIY. The toilet's up on the wheel well. The DIY is great because it's cheap. We've just got the bucket, pee diverter, gasoline can for our pee to go into. We rotate that out pretty frequently, and the compost much less, but it's super nice to have on board. And then we just place the shower between the bed and the toilet. It's tiled. We have hot water. It's as much as you need. We got the vent fan here, so we don't have to worry about moisture, and this is all PVC, so we're not worried about that either. We've got the long spigot here, which can actually reach out our porthole window if we wanted to shower outside. There's a little built-in here for shampoo. We shower every single day. It is so nice, especially because getting into bed clean and cool is life-changing on the road. Coming back into the back of the bus, we come through our Dutch door. This separates the front and the back really intentionally because we are 4 seasons, so the back of the bus has no schoolie windows, just the RV windows, so we can stay just really warm or really cool in here depending on the season. So this is kind of essentially a master bedroom. It's really nice when we are hosting people to be able to close the door and still change, go to the bathroom, whatever. Like, this is our private space. The first thing you do is you walk into our walk-in closet, I guess you could call it. We have our hanging storage here, some baskets underneath, storage wall Jimmy and I work together to make on this side. Even here behind the door, we have a full-length mirror that can rotate out so you can really easily see yourself getting ready for weddings or whatever we're going to. We lived in a van before, so we wanted to have more storage for our clothes. Honestly, it's still not a lot for the 2 of us, especially being 4 seasons, but as long as we can have everything we need in here, and again, like Jimmy said, if we ever have other family members in this bus, we really want to have room for everyone to have space. So we have a little bit more clothes storage here, but we wanted to keep our bedroom really open because we both live in here and we don't want to be climbing over each other. So this actually transitioned into Jimmy's work desk. We have a charging drawer under the window, and we have a piece of wood desktop that Jimmy made to develop this into a desk space, but we can stow that away and keep a lot of room for us to get dressed and stuff. Underneath the bed, we have batteries, laundry. We store our bikes underneath the bed on a large storage drawer that goes out the back door. And then we have 100 gallons of water and some other water things underneath here. This is a 6-foot space as well. Behind me, we have a large shelf essentially with flip ups so we can access underneath storage as well. On this side, I have my own little built-in that Jimmy made since there is no storage over here for me to put my phone or journal or whatever. And he has a lot of room over there. Yeah, it's just a really cozy space and we love it. Some advice we like to give people is when you're starting your build, you're gonna think, this is gonna take X amount of time. Just multiply by 3, and that's probably the amount of time it's gonna take, but it will be worth it. Thanks for touring our house. If you wanna follow along with the journey, we're on Instagram as Ida_bus. We'll see you out there. Anywhere you go though, remember, leave no trace. We like to keep all these places accessible for a long time. So spots don't get closed down. We want to just like keep living the life, and it's for all of us to enjoy.